Alright, I'm back. Trying to get this carb knocked out. So if you watched my last video, we tore down the carb, got it into the Berryman's Kim Dip. It's been in there for roughly 18 hours or so. I think that's pretty... It's a pretty sufficient amount of time. So let's get this guy pulled out and see what it looks like. Okay. Hopefully we got that gunk cleaned out. So I think what I'm gonna do is get the carb body out first. Well, how about the float bowl? Let's get the float bowl out. Ooh, you can already tell. This looks much nicer. This was all caked in green. That looks so much better. I'm thinking I'm gonna get as much of it, the soup, dripped back off into the container before I start wiping it down. Oh man, this is looking great. We got this guy cleaned up. I did buy some just regular carb cleaner. I was thinking I'd spray it with the carb cleaner. That stuff evaporates pretty fast. And I don't want any of this gunk lasting on here a long time. But it looks like, I mean, this is looking fantastic. We got some buildup. Grab my little spoon thing, kind of get in the crevice here. Yeah, that's looking pretty fantastic. I'm going to blast it with the carb cleaner, just kind of get it. I'm going to blast it off camera. Essentially using the carb cleaner as a rinse to get the Berryman's off. Put it on the bench. Alright, that's looking promising. This is looking pretty good too. Okay, everything. I was worried about this getting gummed up. I didn't know if there were any O-rings in there that might get stuck. Looks like for the most part, this guy's looking pretty good too. It wasn't that bad. This one, I'm going to take outside and I'll hit with the air compressor. Alright. The air compressor is loud. Okay, but this guy is looking pretty fantastic right now. Got it all pulled out. I mean, this is cleaning up. This is looking brand spanking new. I am really, really happy with how this Berryman's cleaned this guy up. I've worked on some tough carburetors, and just a little bit of patience, that did a fantastic job. I'm really, really happy with this. Okay. Well, we got that taken care of. I'll grab the jets. Ooh, this guy looks good. We're gonna blast all these out with air. Just gonna set them kind of here for the time being. Wow, some of these are looking really nice. What is this guy? This guy must be on that. He's gonna need some help coming out, isn't he? Nope, it's not magnetic. There's a lot of gunk that didn't quite make it out with everything. Okay. We're done with this guy. Let's get this guy. Let's get that guy sealed up for another day. Let's focus on our bench. Man, this needle jet, it was looking really rough when I pulled it out. That's looking almost brand new. I'm really happy about that. I'm sorry, the air compressor's probably going to kick on again, but I just want to make sure everything gets blown out. And then we're going to get this guy slid back into place. Come on. It's a little... It's supposed to line up with this thing. It's not wanting to line up where it's supposed to line up at. There it goes. Now it's in there. Okay. Let's get that guy in. And I want to wipe down some of these areas. I don't want to stick this plastic piece in until I know for a fact that I've got a lot of this carb cleaner removed. The last thing I want is for residual berrymans to just eat out that plastic stuff. I'm thinking we're pretty... At this point, we're pretty good. But just to be safe, I'm actually going to hold off. Oh, there's some other jets we'll get put into place first. Let's see, we'll start with this guy. He goes right there. Not really sure what that jet is. This is a carburetor I'm not familiar with. It's a few years too old for me. Let's see. Now, gotta get the air fuel screw here. He's got a little tiny washer. I almost lost that. I didn't. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Just what I wanted. As I'm saying, I almost lost it. It rolls away. Let's get this guy on. Slide that on. Make sure he's nice and clean. This Berryman's did a really good job. There's always people that will like. It always seems like there's somebody who's like, oh, that stuff's crap nowadays. They changed the formula, blah, 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 blah. Well, seems to be working pretty good right now. I'm going to screw this guy in all the way until it bottoms out. Okay, there it's bottomed out, so I'm going to do half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5 screws out. From my experience, that's kind of a good area, a good starting point, I guess you could say. Now, as far as, let's see, what are we working with? On this carburetor, I don't even know if that's a good starting area. I'm just using my experience from other carbs, because again, I'm not sure what if this is a special Polaris carb or whatever. It doesn't have any markings that I can tell other than this, but that doesn't look like anything I've seen before. So it doesn't look like a Kian carb or a Mikuni, and that's about all I've ever worked on is Kians and Mikunis. So yeah. Anywho, I didn't really clean up the needle seat very much. Kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you. I'm gonna blast it with some carb cleaner. Alright. I'm really just looking for an excuse to spray carb cleaner over the engine to try and get the engine cleaned up a bit. It's got a bunch of gunk that needs to come off of it. Alright, I'm gonna blast this with some air too, and then I'll pop it back in. Call that good. So I got that guy in. Let's get the next screw. I'm going to stop for just a second. Alright. Let's get the float, the needle seat put back in. And it's the wrong sized screwdriver. That's the wrong size. Good grief. Okay, got that guy in. Alright, next let's do the struck the pilot in. I guess I haven't blown air through the pilot. Let's blow some air through it. Oh goodness. I'm glad we did that. That was some nasty gunk that came out of there. That guy in. You don't need these to be like super duper tight. You just want them snug. You don't want them to fall out, but you don't want them to be to the point where they're never going to come out again, because that would really suck. Okay. Let's put... Wow. This was completely a different color yesterday. I thought that somebody had tightened the bowl so tight that they had stripped off coating, but it turns out this drain plug was just completely corroded to the point that it was a different color, except for the part that was actually blocking it. That's crazy. Okay. Float bowl. And let's see, what do we need next? I'm holding off on putting this guy in. I guess we've held off as much as we can. Let's drop him in. Well, that's a good question. It goes in this direction. I'm thinking that's about right. Get that guy in, and we'll tighten it down. No, I'm flopping back and forth, but oh, come on. I want to make sure I'm using the right size screwdriver, because nothing sucks more than stripping out carburetor bolts. Especially when there's stupid ones that should not strip. Okay, we got this guy in. Nice and snug. I'm going to flip this guy back over. We'll get the main jet put back in. I haven't blown the main jet out. I should probably do that. And we'll get the main jet put back in. Looks like it's a 157 main on here right now. Okay, main jet. Let's grab the needle and float. Excuse me, good grief. It's gross. Needle. And then we'll test our seat. I'm going to blow some air through it. It looks like we got a good seat there. Okay, float bowl gasket. I know this is a crusty gasket, but it should work. And float bowl goes on this way, drops on down, just like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. Again, these really don't, you don't have to snug, they just need to be snug. You don't have to tighten them down all the way to where you're never going to get them off again. Because knowing carburetors, somebody's going to put it away for the winter or for several months with crap gas in there, because no matter how many times you tell people don't use ethanol gas, they use ethanol gas. And then you got to open the carb back up to clean it. Drop this guy in, the slide goes in there. Get all this lined up. And drop that guy there. Put our cap back on. And that'll be where did my screwdriver go? Where did my driver go? That'll be a freshly rebuilt, put together carb. Once I get the rest of the cap on. This really wasn't that bad. It was just, it had been stored with bad gas in it. I mean, the diaphragm looks great. Everything cleaned up really well. It really wasn't that bad. It wasn't the first time I've had this thing apart. when I first got it, it was really bad, and I should have done a dip, but I just blew it out with the air compressor. And about 2 months later, the main jet got clogged with some nasty garbage. So it should be pretty happy with this full teardown. Alright, there we have it. We are done. Set this aside and put my tools away, and now I've done everything that I can do to this point. We got to put the engine back in the frame. So those of you that have been watching, I'm gonna tilt the camera up. Oh, that's down. Whoop. There is our four-wheeler. There is our engine. So this is probably going to be the camera's upside down. Flip it right side up. There we go. Engine. I gotta put that guy back in the frame. I don't know if I'll do that tonight. I'm gonna finish this energy drink, hit the gym, and then I will eat some dinner and get back to work out here, hopefully. I don't know. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Cool. See ya.